Good morning, students. Last class we have to discuss about the problems based on the number of units for simple or primitive unit cell. Second one is called body-centered cubic unit cell and also face-centered cubic unit cells. So last two problems. After that we are going to the closed packed structures. That is. Today first problem. A unit cell consists of cube in which anions B are present each corners and the cations A at the center of B alternate faces. What is the formula of the compound? Once again, a unit cell consists of cube in which anions B are present at each corner and the cations A at the center of each cube and B is alternate phases. First here one cation, one anion. B is nothing but what we call anions. Present in the corners means 8 into 1 by 8, that is equal to 1. మరి cations A at the center of cube. A means cation present in the face centered 6 into 1 by 2 into 3. But here what is the condition? B is center alternate faces. Alternate faces of A means alternate means suppose 6 faces are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alternate means 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's why alternate face of A is equal to 3 into 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. Okay. That's why the B is nothing but 1. A is equal nothing but 3 by 2. It is a multiple with the 2. 2 cancel. B 2 and A 3. Okay. That's why cations at the center of B alternate faces. So what is the formula? Compare with B. A is alternate faces. Okay. B means corners. A means face center. In that face centers alternate faces is there. Compare with B. That's why B will be same, but A means alternate faces means 3 there. 3 into 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. Therefore, A is equal to 3 by 2 and B is equal to 1. Therefore, the suitable number multiple means answer is A3 B2 or B2 A3. That is equal to first part. Now the second one is called calculate the total number of atoms. Calculate the total number of atoms. This is the first problem. Calculate the total number of atoms in a cubic unit cell having one atom on each corner yet two atoms on each body diagonal. Okay now? So once again, calculate the total number of atoms in a cubic unit cell having one atom on each corner yet two atoms on each body diagonal. Okay. That's why here what I am doing, two atoms present in one body diagonal. So this is the diagram. This body diagonal means how many number of atoms are there? Two atoms. Means two atoms present in one body diagonal. Means how many number of body diagonal is there? 4 body diagonal in a cube. In each cube, how many having 4 diagonal? So 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 body diagonal is there. That 4 body diagonal means each. So body diagonal having how many number of atoms? 2 atoms. 4 body diagonal means 4 into 2 is equal to 8. Okay. So next. Atoms present in a corners. So in a cubic unit cell having one atom on each corner means 8 into 1 by 8. Okay, that's why the total number of atoms is equal to here 1, here 8. 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. That is equal total number of atoms in a cubic unit cell. Okay, that's why what is the problem? Calculate the total number of atoms in a cubic unit cell having one atom of each corner. Corner means 8 into 1 by 8. 2 atoms on each body diagonal. Each body diagonal having 2 atoms. How many number of body diagonal is there here in cube? 4 body diagonal. So 4 into 2 is equal to 8 atoms. So but asking total number of atoms, therefore 4 into, so 2 is equal to 8, 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. This is the problems based on the number of atoms present in a simple or a primitive unit cell, and face centered cubic unit cell, and body centered cubic unit cells. Okay. Next concept is last class we have discussed about the coordination number. Once you know the radius ratio, the radii of cation divided by radii of anion, that is called limiting radius ratio or radius ratio rho. Once you know the ratio means we can predict the coordination number and also shape of the cubic lattices. 2 means linear. Okay, 3 means triagonal planar. 4 means either tetrahedral or square planar. Next one 6 is there means octahedral. 8 is there means cubic. Once you know the ratio between the cation and the anion, that ratio, once you know that ratio, so automatically you know the coordination number and also geometry of the cubic structure, that is, or crystal structures. Last class, very important for object. Now today, the next one is called closed packed structures. Closed packed structures. This is only little bit difficult task. Once you can reach this one means next some derivations are there. Okay. Closed packed structures. So during the formation of crystal, generally the formation of crystal means the constituent particles are regularly arranged in order. That is called as a crystal solids, but not in amorphous solids. Amorphous solids is a long range order, short range order. Okay. The constituent particles which does not orderly arrange, that is called as a amorphous. But we are discussing about the crystalline solids only. There are 4 types of crystalline solids are there. After that the crystals, so after that body centered or cubic or end centered or simple. There are 4 types is there. So several crystal systems, 14 Bravais lattices are there. What is the bond length or what is the bond angles, what is the bond parameters, alpha, beta, gamma, A comma, B comma, C are edge lengths. So already completed. But during the formation of crystal, the constituent particles of solids try to pack as closely as possible. Means the constituent particles come close to each other. So that's why the constituent particles of solids try to pack as closely as possible, so as to attain a state of what is called maximum possibility of density and stability. So as much as close the constituent particles in a solids to attain the state of maximum density and also stability. Okay. So based on this one, so we have to divide with different types of the closed packing structures. So that's why it depends upon the nature, shape, size and the polarity of a particles. So it depends upon the what you call nature and the shape, size, polarity of particles present in a solid crystal. So that's why it depends on these four factors. What are their? Shape, size, and also polarity, and also what is their nature. So if it builds up the three-dimensional structures are divided by the three types. Generally, cube means what you call three-dimensional. X-axis, Y-axis, Z-axis. So once you can know the three-dimensional means, you know what is meant by first one-dimensional. How many types is there one-dimensional? Two dimensions. After that, three-dimensional. Cube means simple, three-dimensional. Face-centered cubic, three-dimensional. Face-centered cubic is there, that is also three-dimensional. That's why based on this one means so they are divided by the three dimensions. That is called one-dimensional structures, closed packed structure, two-dimensional closed packed structures, three-dimensional closed packed structures. But today I am writing the flow sheet for the dimensional closed packed structures. Now I am writing what is called one-dimensional closing pattern. So the one-dimensional closed means 1D. One dimension. Divided by the two dimensional. Number one is called two-dimensional square closed packing. What do you call this? Square closed packed. Square closed packed structures. So the two-dimensional comes from what is called one dimension. Starting one dimension. They are divided by two types. First one is called two-dimensional square closed packed structures. Second one is what is called two-dimensional hexagonal closed packed structures. Hexagonal closed packed. Hexagonal closed packed structures. One is called square closed packed structure. Second one is called hexagonal closed packed structures. Those two which is comes from the one dimensional. So therefore the one dimensional which is divided by the two types. One is called two-dimensional hexagonal closed packed structures. Second one is called hexagonal closed packed structures. Square closed, hexagonal closed packed structures. Again, two-dimensional square closed packed structures are divided by the two types. That is called three-dimensional square closed packed structures. Second one is called three-dimensional body-centered cubic packed structures. So that 3D, which is comes from the 2D. Okay, now that's why here the 2D SCP are divided by how many types? Two types. Number one is called three-dimensional square closed packed structures. Second one is called three-dimensional body-centered cubic packed structures. Okay, now that's why two types. Next one is the two-dimensional hexagonal closed packed structures are divided by the two types. Number one is called three-dimensional hexagonal closed packed structures, and the next one is called three-dimensional face-centered cubic closed packing. Other name is called three-dimensional cubic closed packing structures, CCP or FCC. Okay. Once again, the two-dimensional hexagonal closed packed structure are divided by two types. Number one is called three-dimensional hexagonal closed packed structure. Second one, three-dimensional face-centered cubic packed structures. Other name is called three-dimensional cubic closed packed structures. CCP or FCC. CCP other name is called FCC. What do you mean by 3D FCC? Three-dimensional face-centered cubic closed packed structure. What do you mean by 3D CCP? Three-dimensional cubic closed packing structures. What do you mean by 3D SCP? Three-dimensional hexagonal closed packed structure. What do you mean by 2D SCP? Two-dimensional hexagonal packed structures. What do you mean by 2D SCP? Two-dimensional square closed packed structures. What do you mean by 3D SCP? Three-dimensional square closed packed structures. What do you mean by 3D BCC? Three-dimensional body-centered cubic closed packed structures. First, you are learning the terminology of the different types of solids. One-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional. The next class onwards, for what do you mean by one-dimensional? What do you mean by two-dimensional SCP or two-dimensional SCP? What do you mean by three-dimensional BCC, three-dimensional SCP? What do you mean by three-dimensional? So FCC or CCP or other one is three-dimensional SCP with examples, with diagrams. The how much percentage of the atoms will occupies that cube, that is called as a packing efficiency. What is the empty spaces? The which metals will be so causes these different types of dimensional structures. So everything next to that. This is purely objective oriented. Okay now. So while you are going to textbook means it is not understanding and clearly I will tell you. We have to follow by this is only. What I am telling means you have to follow everything, then only it becomes very easy. While you are going to textbook means that is very zigzag, so the structure also not understanding. So based on this flow sheet, different types of, so examples, structures, what is the coordination number, everything I am explaining. Very, very careful. This is purely objective oriented. Okay. So the next class we have to explain these type of one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional. How many types of three-dimensional possible here? 4 types. One is called 3D SCP, 3D BCC, 3D SCP, 3D FCC or CC. How many types of two-dimensional? 4 types. 2D SCP, 2D SCP, second one is called 2D SCP, 2 types. So those 2D and 3D which is comes from the one dimension. Okay? Thank you.